Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what you can focus on to bring more abundance into your life in the month of January. My name is Taylor Eaton and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the decks I have here for you to pick from. And just so you know, the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck is on sale for 25% off for the month of January. So if you want to grab your own copy of the deck, the link is in the description below and you can use the code WEALTHY25 at checkout. Now, I want to make a note here that with these readings, I am always reading the energy of the present moment and how that is projecting out into the future. And that means that nothing is written in stone. So if the guidance that comes through from my guides, from source, from the collective that I channel from, if that all resonates in whatever reading you pick today in this video, but it's not what you want, know that you can always shift your energy, your thoughts, your mindset, your actions, and get on a different trajectory. You are the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your life experience. So, as always, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Now, if you haven't already, take a look at the piles we have here and see which one you are intuitively drawn to. We have piles 1, 2, and 3. If you like to choose with crystals, I will give you a close-up of those. Pile number 1, which is the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, we have sodalite, a sodalite crystal point for you, if that calls to you. Pile number 2 is our Woodland Wardens deck, and that has a rose quartz crystal point. And then pile number 3 is the Rose Oracle, and that has labradorite crystal point. Get it to focus for you there. And that is what that one looks like for you. Now, you are absolutely welcome to watch more than one pile if multiple are calling to you. That just means that there are pieces of guidance meant for you in each reading. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to, take however long you need to choose, and then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever pile or piles or crystals have called to you. And I will see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. You picked the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the sodalite crystal point. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what's in store for you financially in the month of January as we start this new year off, and what you can focus on in this first month of the year to call more abundance to you. Now, a quick reminder before we dive in, I do not currently offer private readings to the general public, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and offering readings. Those people are not me. I will never message you and tell you that I have a message or reading for you and that you need to pay me to get it. The only place that I do offer personalized readings is in the Wealth Vibe membership, where my members have opportunities to get personalized card pulls from me, along with tons of other exclusive content around money mindset and manifestation, and they can even purchase full private readings from me in there. So if you are interested in joining the Wealth Vibe membership or getting a copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck at 25% off for this month only, the links and the discount code for those are both in the description below. All right, let's dive into your reading to see what's in store for you financially in January and what you can focus on to call more prosperity into your life this coming month. So we'll move your crystal point, and I'm going to pull some cards to start, and we'll see where the reading takes us. We'll, of course, as always, incorporate other decks into the mix as we go, but let's see what's in store for deck 1 financially in the month of January 2024. I get the sense already that you're going to be moving a lot of energy this month, pile 1. This one definitely wanted to come out for you. You're going to be moving a lot of energy this month, especially around your finances. Ooh, there's a card here that wants to pop for you. Sensing one more to start us off. Any other cards for pile 1 to start with? Yes, this one here. All right, so let's see what we have, pile 1, to start Mend the Flow. This was a card, if you haven't already watched I had an in-depth 2024 reading that went up on this channel. Is the last video that went up. I will link it above. I believe this was, I can't remember which pile it was. This was one of our signifier cards of the main theme. So I'm curious, those of you who watched that video, if you picked this pile in this video, let me know if you also picked this card as your signifier in our last video that we did, because that's pretty, I don't want to say coincidental because there's no coincidences. That is pretty telling. I think it's just going to be a theme this year. Like I said, we're shifting energy. You're shifting energy this month around your money. Pile 1, you are mending the flow of money. I see a lot of healing going on for you this month. Healing, we see mending the flow. We see the Alchemist, which is all about transmuting energy. A lot of these cards showed up in our 2024 reading, actually. So this is really interesting. I'm guessing a lot of you have come from that or would resonate with the messages in that pile. But there's just going to be so much transformation, so much shifting, so much growing around your finances. I also see lots of probably opportunities for money shifting, or old opportunities, old ways that money came to you maybe dying off. But the good news here is, because we started with this Mend the Flow card, which is setting the kind of whole tone, and we have our Soul Wealth card here, there is so much positivity around this change. So what the universe is telling me to translate to you right now is, first and foremost, January, it's going to be a month, like I said while I was shuffling, as the message was coming through, of shifting a lot of energy around your money. And there will be a lot of things shifting internally, but also externally for you with your finances. Now, this might, at first glance, not look how you want it to look, or you might see it as a setback, but the universe is saying this is all happening for you. It's a redirect from the universe. It's guiding you to what is actually aligned for you. Again, a lot of these messages are very similar to one of our readings for our 2024 in-depth card reading. And so I think this is just kind of that same message being echoed for a lot of you, is that this month is going to be, there's going to be some healing work. There's going to be some things that come up that need to, like stories, right, around money. Self-doubt is one that I'm getting quite a bit around money. A lot of self-doubt coming up around money, or your career, or imposter syndrome coming up, things like that, that are ready to be healed. They're coming to the surface now at the beginning of this new year, because the universe is like, hey, you're ready for more, but you need to clear this stuff out of the way first. There's some stuff that's holding you back. It's likely, like I said, some internal stories, narratives around money, some self-doubt around money or career, or maybe I'm getting a sense of like, I can't do that or make that amount of money or ask for that amount at my job or ever get paid this much because I don't have X amount of experience, or I don't have this big of an audience in my business, or whatever. Like there's doubts like that, there's narratives like that that are going to come to the surface this month. And when they do, the universe is saying, see this as an opportunity to heal them. Don't look at, oh my gosh, it's the beginning of the new year and I'm already getting dragged down into my old stories again. It's like, no, they're coming up, and they might seem like they're acting up more in January, because the universe is like, your subconscious is bringing it to the surface because it's ready to release these stories. It's ready to heal them. So the universe is really saying, first of all, those internal stories, it might feel a little heavy, but it's all in a good timing, and it's all happening for you. And this is the perfect time for you to heal those limiting beliefs and stories around money. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, like I said, the external shifts and changes and things that might change, alchemize change here, right? They're going to be things that are going to be a redirect for you, right? We see this orchestrator card here, which is like you becoming the orchestrator of your life, becoming the orchestrator and creator of your financial reality. I see you really this month, as energy starts to shift and you start to heal the inner dialogues, is a lot of what I'm seeing over here, and releasing those old limiting beliefs, old stories, like kind of, I almost get the sense too that they're like the last vestiges of the stories that you've maybe even been healing for a while now, or releasing in different ways and working through, whether consciously or not. As you do that this month on this side over here, what we're going to see over here is then you're going to start to see external things change as you step into your power, right? As the creator of your reality, as the creator and leader of your money, right? Of your career and finances. So this is a very empowering month. I get the sense it's going to start out a little bit with some stuff to heal. There'll be some things that might trigger you, or some events that happen, or maybe, like losing a job. That seems a little more extreme for what the energy is here, but maybe, kind of some news you didn't want to get in your job or your business, or your things kind of not measuring up how you want them to. And that kicks up some inner dialogue, some inner stories that you're like, ooh, these need to be healed if I want to reach that next level of wealth that I desire, or that next level of success in my business. So that's going to come up. And then once you let that go, once you heal around that, once you truly tap into your innate sense of worthiness, of wealth, of abundance, of feeling abundant, right, before the money shows up, right, and really healing so that you can truly feel into that abundance that's available to you, that energy of abundance before the physical manifestation of it shows up. Once you do that, you're going to start to really step into your power and be like, I'm taking the bull by the horns, kind of. It's like I get this image of you just truly stepping up and being in this rock solid position to start making intentional changes, right? And I get the sense that January is going to kind of mark this shift, this new year's, this new shift for you of in the past maybe having felt like things were always happening to you around money and you're always trying to kind of catch up with it. But now you're stepping into, I see everything happening for me, and I am the thing that creates the change with my finances. I am the one in control of that. I am the one who has the power, and that's really exciting. You're going to start to really see your own power, really see how powerful you are, how much you're capable of, because you finally release these things that were preventing you from truly feeling abundant before the money shows up. And when you get into that abundant feeling state, tap into the energy of abundance and wealth and prosperity, and just be in that state and take action from there, you become the orchestrator of your life. You become the leader, and that's what this month is going to be all about for you. This is how you mend the flow, right? This is how you shift all this energies. Something will come up, right? The universe is saying something's going to happen. It's going to trigger you around money. It's going to trigger some old limiting beliefs in your career or in your finances. A lot of it might be tied in with self-doubt and things like that. Something's going to happen that you don't have control over in it, but it's happening for you. And the fact that you have these limiting beliefs or old narratives bubble to the surface is because it's time to heal them and you're ready to heal them. The universe is saying you're ready to heal them. You're ready to heal any of those old stories that come up so that you can then fully sink into that energy of abundance, that frequency of wealth, that energy of prosperity and overflow is what I'm hearing, right? As you sink into that energy and get comfortable living there and having that be your default state, and then you start taking action from that place, which I see happening kind of like the second half of the month, you are going to move with such purpose, such intention, and it's going to start to shift your financial reality, and you're going to start to see things moving. You may see some increase in finances this month. I get the sense that it's more setting you up for the next month or the coming months this year to really take off. But you're going to start to see things shift. You will shift things. You will act differently because you're internally feeling differently, right? You're going to act differently as the orchestrator. It's going to change things. You might change careers. You might see a pay raise, or it might just change the way you do things, the way you approach things in your business or in your career, or even the way you manage your money, risks you take, or choices you make to save or invest, right? Like you are going to act differently this month if you heal these things, right? But that's the key. You have to be willing to see whatever happens to trigger this all off, right? To trigger this series of events and to trigger you into your old stories. You have to see that all is happening for you, right? And if you do that and you're willing to do whatever healing work needs to be done, and I don't get the sense again that this is going to be heavy healing work. Like I said, you've been doing a lot of this for a while. You've been working on healing these stories. You've probably been aware of them for a while, like the self-doubt, the limitations, the scarcity mindset, the imposter syndrome. You've probably been aware of some of that sort of stuff within yourself. You're ready to heal it. And now's the time is what the universe is saying. So just be gentle with yourself. Don't fault yourself for, you're not slipping into old patterns if you're willing to look at the patterns that come up and heal them. So as long as you're willing to do that and really make your focus healing so that you can feel abundant before the money comes in, you will naturally start to act differently. You'll take different actions. You will act with different energy, different intent, and be very focused and very, like I said, just intentional. And that's going to shift things around you. That's going to turn lemons into lemonade. That's going to completely transform kind of the trajectory that you're on for the rest of the year and take you on a new path to financial prosperity. It's really setting yourself up for success. So this month for you is all about mending the flow by looking for whatever, triggered stories come up, healing them, feeling abundant before the money shows up, acting from that abundant energy and that abundant healed state, and you're going to see changes. And that's going to completely shift the way money's flowing to you. So exciting. What an exciting start. We're going to bring in the other decks now. Let's get some more cards for you. But this is going to be such a month of transformation for you. Deck 1, which I love to see. I will say if you want support in truly feeling abundant before the money shows up. That's a lot of what we do inside my Wealth Vibe membership. So if you want, the wait list is open for that right now. Enrollment opens the last week of each month. You could get in for next month if you want, but I'll leave the link for that in the comments below, maybe in a card above if I can, so that you can get on the wait list if that calls you, if you want my support, community support, resources for feeling abundant before the money shows up. That's what the Wealth Vibe membership was created for, was to help you kind of suspend that disbelief and get in the habit and connected with your next level self, right? So let's pull in our other decks. Let's bring the Woodland Wardens deck into the mix here for you. What else does deck 1 need to hear? There's a lot of cards seeming to almost pop out for you. I feel like you're going to see some opportunities. There we go. For money that they're going to feel like near misses to you. And when I say near misses, what I mean is there'll be things that I see it as happening as you're healing things, as you're feeling abundant, taking different actions. What's going to happen, this came through as I was shuffling, what's going to happen is you're going to start to see things change. You're going to start to see some opportunities pop off, but it might feel like you kind of miss some of them, or they don't pan out as to how you hope them to be in January, or maybe bleeding into February. But the universe is saying, don't get discouraged. Those opportunities weren't aligned for you. There's going to be something better coming in like February, March, April, May. There's going to be something better coming down the road pretty soon here, but the fact that you're seeing different opportunities for money, even if they don't pan out or don't feel right to you, it's just the sign that you've been doing this inner work and that things are shifting. You're kind of calibrating to exactly the right opportunity. So there's some element of patience and not looking at one thing that fails and seeing it as like, oh, well, none of this actually worked, right? Like it's just kind of like the precursor. It's the signs that like, oh, look, new opportunities are popping up. New opportunities are popping up. It means you're changing. It means you're being different, right? So often we kind of let what is, especially around money, but around a lot of things in life as we're trying to manifest things and we're trying to move forward, we often tend to make things mean something about the future. We project what is into the future, meaning if you interview for your dream job, or you have your dream client who's interested in purchasing your offer in your business, and then all of a sudden that falls through, we often get really disheartened and go, that was it, I missed my shot, I'll never find something as good again, I must have blown it, something's not good enough, how will I be successful in the future? It's like we make things that happen in the present or in the past mean something about what's possible for us in the future, and the universe is saying, you might see some things that the old version of you with the old stories might have been tempted to look at happen this month as you're shifting. And you'll see some things pop up, some opportunities that look great on the surface, but then they don't pan out. And it would be very easy to backslide into thinking that, oh, well, I blew it, or all of this work I'm doing isn't actually paying off. But that's not true. The universe is saying what you want is on the way. The perfect opportunity is on the way. The ones that are showing up that aren't quite aligned or aren't working out are just showing that your energy is shifting, that you are changing. It's a sign that you're going in the right direction. So take it as such. So that being said, let's see what what did I just say? This is patience. There's that level of patience. Thank you, universe, for the confirmation. The bobcat and blackthorn. Patience, right? So patience as you heal. Patience as you're in the state of feeling abundant before the money shows up. Don't get impatient when you're in that state for just a day and then go, oh, it's not showing up. Or don't get impatient when you start to act differently and things aren't immediately popping overnight or opportunities aren't fully panning out. It's all gaining momentum in the right direction. That's what it's all about, is just gaining momentum in that right direction. You're putting your energy more and more away from feeling that self-doubt, that limitation, that scarcity, whatever it is, those stories that get healed this month, and you're putting it more into feeling abundant now and being that energetic match for it, and then thinking and feeling and acting differently and becoming the orchestrator of your life, the creator of your financial reality, the commander of your finances. Like, you are going to become such a money magnet, is what I'm hearing, but you have to be patient. Don't get impatient, pile one, all right? And then, of course, we have Chipmunk and Laurel, which is success. So, like I said, success is coming your way if you can do these things. I see even it could be that there could be a great opportunity that does take off and happens kind of like it clicks into place right around the end of the month. So there might be some of those opportunities that are happening before, right? Like partway through the month as you start really taking the bull by the horns, really claiming command over your life and seeing your own power and being sure of it and seeing opportunities for better income, spike in your business or a growth opportunity or a collaboration or a job opportunity or raise or promotion. Like, you're going to see opportunities pop up. Some of them will not be aligned or won't work out, But as long as you stay patient, you're going to get to that success, right? As you stay patient, stay embodied, stay feeling abundant before the money shows up. Because once you heal these stories at the beginning of the month, you're going to be able to stay there a lot easier than before. It's going to be easier than ever to stay in that state. We also have the raccoon and sycamore. I want to put this one here. This is curiosity. And we also have the salamander and black pepper, inspiration. So there's going to be this kind of playfulness, right? I get the sense that some of the opportunities too that are going to come up for you are going to be your own ideas. You're going to kind of take some initiative. Again, I'm not surprised with the orchestrator card here, but you will probably, I think often when we think about manifesting things into our life, especially money or job opportunities, we kind of envision them falling into our laps. The universe is saying, you're going to kind of go out and get what you want this month. But, oh, this makes sense. Don't get discouraged when sometimes your first attempts don't work out. Those are the opportunities we're talking about. They're going to be created. You're going to create them yourself. Again, what I've been saying is you're the creator of your reality. So the universe is saying, don't doubt your ability to create what you desire. This is just much more clarity on what I was just saying. Don't doubt your ability to create what you desire this month because it's coming to you. You are moving toward it, but you just have to keep going for it. Keep following your inspiration. Keep being curious about things. Keep saying, oh, why didn't that one work out? Was it not for me? Was it not aligned? Did I maybe need to shift another story, heal another story? Do I need to, find a different layer of feeling abundant before the money shows up? Do I need to own my power more? Right? Like get a little curious about why things don't work out, but also follow your inspiration to the next thing, and know that it doesn't run out. Your inspiration doesn't run out. Your ideas don't run out. That alignment never runs out. That feeling of abundance never runs out. Those things are limitless. And the universe is saying, I'm talking so fast because this is all coming through so quickly for you, Deck 1. The universe is really saying that this will be a month where you heal. You start to truly feel what it means to be abundant on a soul level before the money shows up. From that place, you will act differently. You will see things shift in your reality. This is going to change the way money is flowing in your life. You're shifting that energy. As you go about that, you will start to take new risks, new leaps, new actions, get new ideas. And if you're following that inspiration and staying curious throughout it and staying patient as you go after things, as you reach out I see you reaching out to people to be on someone's podcast or for a job opportunity or for a connection or some networking opportunity. I see you making things happen in your life this month, especially toward the end of the month. But some of the things might not work out, or they might not work out how you envision them or wanting them to. That's okay. Stay patient. And if you have that patience, you're going to be successful. The success is going to come. You get to know that it's an inevitability. It's an inevitable thing that you are going to be successful as long as you stay in your power, as long as you stay abundant before the money shows up. This is coming through so forcefully, Pile 1. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. But there's so much success ahead for you, is really what I'm seeing, but it's just going to be your own kind of internal balancing act of, healing, but then from there, really being able to hold that state of feeling abundant and staying open, staying curious, staying patient, staying, following your inspiration, not getting discouraged when the first thing that you try to do from this new state doesn't work out, right? Like, keep going. You're going to learn lessons and all of that. That's going to lead to this ultimate opportunity that's coming very soon for you to lead to that success. So really exciting. Let's get a few more cards here for you from our Rose Oracle deck. All right. What other guidance do we have for Pile 1? What other guidance for January 2024? This one. No, not quite. Might just be a little bit more guidance for you here. Get the sense we're kind of reaching the end of the messages. Oh, there we go. And this one too. All right. We have the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. What did I just say? You're going to be reaching out to people. There's going to be some sort of collaboration you're trying to do, some sort of opportunity you're pursuing. I get the sense you're going to be kind of looking for validation in a way through some of those first attempts you make, right? To reach out to people or to kind of go after what you want, to go after that job that you think is maybe out of your reach, or to ask for that raise, or to offer something at a rate you've never offered in your business, or to launch something new. Like, you're going to get out of your comfort zone, but as you do it, there might be that tendency to want validation for it, but it's really important that you're saying that might be part of why the opportunities that you first kind of create for yourself don't pan out this month. So again, being patient with yourself, being curious and self-reflecting on, because it makes sense, right? You've healed some stuff. And now your comfort zone, you're acting differently. You're really owning your role as the creator of your reality and the creator of your financial reality. And so things are shifting for you, and it's natural to kind of look for some external validation. Usually we do this in measuring, like, oh, did that thing I pursued, did it work out for me? Did it pan out how I wanted? When I reached out to that person, were they receptive? Did I get the job? The universe is saying, don't slip into that pattern. Don't be chasing external recognition or validation. And might be, if you start to see some opportunities you create for yourself not work out mid to end of month, that's the time to really reflect and get curious about, was I chasing validation, or was it truly coming from that place of abundance, of soul wealth, of knowing I'm more than enough and I am valuable and I am energetically wealthy and worthy right now, right? That's the place you want to be in. And that takes time and practice to get into. You're about there. You're getting close to being able to be in that pure state of energetic abundance. But you just have to be wary of, when you're reaching out for collaboration partnerships, of, looking, having some subconscious stories, right, of, I'm looking for validation in this. If you find yourself getting disappointed when things don't work out and holding on to that disappointment, creating stories around it, it's probably because there was some layer of trying to look for validation in the external world of, did someone else see what I see in myself now, and did this work, and blah, blah, right? Just don't get discouraged. Keep reflecting on, what within me can I shift and can I control, and forget about all the rest, right? And keep going is what the universe is saying. All right, we have the anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the opportunities you're creating for yourself in January, as you grow and become this leader and this orchestrator of your life, I would not be surprised if it calls you into a completely different line of work, a completely different niche, a different career. That could happen. This also could just be you kind of more coming to terms with truly who you are and your power, like I kept saying over here, your power, right? Like really truly own your power, own the fact that you're here to be a leader. Deck 1, you're here to be a leader in some way, shape, or form. We often think that leaders have to lead like the world. You might just be here at this point in time to be a leader for your community, for your family, for the people in your office, for your team, for your audience if you have your own business. You are being called to step up into leadership. First of all, as the leader of your own life and money and financial reality, but also in your career. So looking for opportunities that put you into a leadership role, if that feels aligned to you. If not, then looking at how can I better lead myself? How can I better see myself as the leader, as the orchestrator of my financial reality? We also have Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. You're being highly protected and guided at this time, my loves. The universe is really saying that there is so much protection in the people around you. I wouldn't be surprised. This could be a man in your life, a partner, a brother, a father, a friend, right? It could be a man in your life. It could also be women that have more of that masculine energy activated in them, who are, like going after their own desires. Maybe you're networking with a lot of powerful women. It doesn't matter the physical sex of the person or how they identify, but there are going to be people around you who are so excited and supportive of what you're doing, and they're cheering you on. I guess since these people have been in your life probably for a while and have been cheering you on for a while, but you haven't really been able to hear it because you've continued to have these stories of self-doubt. But as soon as you hear that and claim yourself as the creator of your reality and claim that power, you're going to start to really be able to receive that support from the people around you. You are also being very supported and guided energetically by your spirit team, by the universe. That's always the case, but especially I'm getting the sense for some of you, if you do work with or if it resonates or calls to you to connect with some of the archangels, that might be something that really guides you at this time through this month and through all these really beautiful changes that are going to require a lot of inner strength from you. So you can draw from that strength as well. That's never any guidance I've ever given to anyone, but that's coming through for you here. We have the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. Yeah, we have healing Some of this stuff might be really, truly these kind of like inner child wounds around worthiness that so many of us carry, just from different childhood events, different stories, different things we experienced as children. There might be some deeper things for you to truly heal. This healing is going to be, it's not going to happen on the logical level. Healing rarely does. It's going to happen on the emotional level. So if you are someone who is kind of found in the past that when you try to do any sort of healing work or shift your stories around money or do any sort of money mindset work, that you're always trying to like look at it very logically and logic your way out of the story or out of the self-doubt. This is not the time for that. This is the time to heal on that emotional level to, again, truly come into feeling your worth, the wealth you innately carry, the worthiness you innately carry in your soul that can never be taken away. So truly being so gentle with yourself and allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel and move through those emotions and heal any emotions that you're clinging to, any energies that you're clinging to that do not serve you and that keep you feeling like you are not enough and keep you kind of dragged down and unable to access this energy of abundance and be able to be that leader of your life. So just some more clarity on that for you. Just healing your heart, healing your emotions, letting yourself be emotional as you heal, right? Our emotions are not a bad thing. They're not something to escape. They have wisdom for us. They have lessons for us. Do not make the mistake, Source is saying, of thinking that your emotions are separate from your money. It is all connected. All is one. Money is just one of many energies and physical representations out there. It is all connected. And you're part of this universe. Money is part of this universe. It's all one. It's all connected. Don't make the mistake of thinking that your emotions and your energy has nothing to do with your financial reality. This isn't to say that you have to be all high vibe and feeling positive and excited and, driven all the time in order to have money. It just means that if there's old stories that have emotions attached to them or that create emotions within you that do not serve you, those stories need to go so that those emotions can release and aren't holding you back anymore. It's normal to have low emotions, to have low frequency emotions, to have, I don't even want to say low frequency, just less than ideal emotions like sadness or grief or anger or frustration pop up. That's normal, and those things can teach us things. But when we dwell there, when we revisit stories that create that emotion within us over and over and over and over again, that's not productive. That's not helpful. That's not listening to the lessons of our emotions, which is really what you're being asked to do here. So listen to the emotions that are coming up and release them. Heal the stories that are creating those emotions needlessly. That's a lot of what's likely keeping you stuck, right? Oh, really looking at what emotions come up when you notice you have some imposter syndrome or self-doubt. Just some stuff to look at. And then our last card here is the Bloom. Oh, what a perfect last card. Creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. So like I said, at the end of the month or else beginning of February, I more and more I'm seeing this at the end of the month for you. This is going to feel like you've lived a whole year in a month this year. Pile one. You're going to feel like you lived a whole year in this 1 month because you are going to heal so much. You're going to live from a different energetic state, which is key to manifesting the wealth you desire and creating the life you want. You are going to step into your power. You're going to start creating opportunities for yourself in your financial reality. And you are going to surprise yourself with how much power you have, but you're also going to see things not work out. You're going to see things fail. You're going to learn from those things. As long as you stay curious and open and following your inspiration and in your power and feeling money, you are going to finally create that opportunity that's going to lead to this massive bloom that I see kind of continuing to bloom throughout the rest of the year. But this will be the start of it. It'll be this creation realized. It's the right time. What did I say at the very beginning? Right time to heal this, right time to take these actions, right time to shift. Oh my gosh, so much beauty. But the month is going to end on this really high note if you allow yourself to do these things we discussed, if you allow yourself to heal, if you allow yourself to stay in that energy of abundance before the money shows up and be there the majority of time. Doesn't have to be all the time, the majority of the time. If you allow yourself to heal those deep emotions, if you allow yourself to create opportunities for yourself that you never dreamed of creating before, or that you never had the guts to go for before, but now you can because you've healed this. If you do all that, if you mend the flow, you shift the way you relate to money, you shift the way money flows for you. Oh my gosh, so much is unlocking for you. Deck one, I'm so excited for you. All right, that is your reading for January. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future card readings. other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. If you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle, the link for that is in the description below this video. Remember, that is 25% off for January only with the code WEALTHY25 at checkout. And if you want to get the opportunity to get personalized card pulls from me and get access to an exclusive community filled with spiritual tools for manifesting money and high vibe like-minded people, definitely come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. The link for that is also in the description below. With all that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in the month of January, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. You picked the Woodland Wardens deck and the Rose Quartz Crystal Point. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of January and what you can do to call more abundance to you this month. So a quick reminder before we dive in, I do not currently offer private readings to the general public. So please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and offering readings. Those people are not me. I will never message you and tell you that I have a message or a reading for you and that you need to pay me to get it. The only place that I do offer personalized readings is in the Wealth Vibe membership, where my members have opportunities to get personalized card pulls from me on our bonus call each month, as well as the opportunity to purchase private full-length readings from me. And that also includes in the membership tons of other exclusive content around money mindset and spirituality and manifestation. So if you are interested in joining the Wealth Vibe membership or getting a copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is a card deck we'll be using later in this reading, that's the deck I authored, that is 25% off for the deck for this month only. The links for both of those are in the description below for both the Wealth Vibe membership and the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. All right, with that being said, let's dive into your reading to see what's in store for you financially in January and what you can focus on to call more prosperity into your life this coming month. So we're going to move your crystal point here, and let's just shuffle to get our first few cards from this deck, just see what's in store financially for January for deck 2. Let's see what source says. Ooh, this is going to be a big month for you. I can feel it. Let's see what other cards want to pop for you. That card did not want to come out. As soon as I pulled it, it was like, nope, put me back. That one definitely wanted to come out for you. Let's start with these 3. And then I think we'll pull some more from this deck before moving on. Oh. We have the Turtle and Coriander, which is Satisfaction, the Badger and Ginkgo, Healing Wounds, and we have the Snail and Huckleberry, Trust in the Invisible. So this to me is telling me that you are going to have, like I said, this is going to be a big month for you. There's going to be some healing that happens this month. This is also similar. This is the same placement for our pile 1. So if you're having trouble picking between pile 1 and pile 2, you might want to go back and rewatch pile 1 after this. Up to you if it feels aligned or not, but there's going to be some healing this month. Again, I see it kind of up at front at the beginning of the month. It might be more of a kind of month-long theme for you. There will be some healing around wounds, around money. I get the sense it's more around healing wounds around money as it relates to other people, really, is what I'm getting. So the people in your life, there might be people that you have had some disagreements with around money. There might be some coworkers or a boss at work that there's a lot of heavy energy around, a lot of strife or drama with. There might be just some drama, right, around money, maybe with family members, just with other people in your life. These aren't necessarily stories that are just internal stories around money that you might have created internal stories around money with these people, but I get the sense that there's just going to be some relationships with people that money is involved in some way, whether it's people you work with, people who owe money to you, or you owe money to, or you just have like a kind of heavy relationship with money with those people involved. And those things are going to be coming up for you to heal this month. But the good news is that there's going to be some massive satisfaction on the other side of it. The universe is saying that this is a month of slow and steady progress toward what you desire. And part of the progress toward what you desire, towards those financial goals you probably have for this year as we enter into the new year, it's going to require you to heal some wounds. That's part of the progress, right? You're not going to be able to get to where you want from where you are right now, holding on to these wounds, holding on to these negative relationships or toxic stories you've created from relationships around money and other people. So you were saying these things are going to come up. It's time for you to heal them. Again, a lot of this is very similar to our deck 1 energy, but it's a little bit more, like I said, slow and steady progress, but it's going to feel really good along the way as you heal these things. Might be some tough conversations, might be some things that happen that need to be resolved, but as you move through them, once you kind of start getting going on moving through them, you're going to have this sense of satisfaction, like, okay, I can finally see how I'm releasing things that have been holding me back around money for a while. I can finally start to see a path forward. I'm starting to move. It feels good. I get the sense you maybe kind of felt stuck financially or in your business or even just in these toxic relationships around money for quite some time now. These might be family dramas or, just like someone in your family who's so negative around money, you're telling you shouldn't follow your desires and start that business or go for that job offer because it's not safe to do so and blah, blah, blah. And it always drags you down and bums you out. And it's like, you're going to start to see these relationships heal. You're going to start to heal them and move through them. And it's going to feel really good and really freeing, but it's going to kind of create this slow momentum. Again, we have the snail here too, snail and the turtle, slow momentum forward. And so the universe says this month you are moving closer toward your financial desires, but you might not see a lot of money pour in this month. That's okay. The universe is saying trust in the invisible, trust in what you can't see, trust in your progress, trust in the fact that you've healed things this month. It's going to be kind of what you're focusing on this month, I think, is kind of healing those wounds, but just also focusing on slow and steady progress. Don't get impatient. Again, this is a lot of what we had in deck 1. Don't get impatient of rushing toward what you desire, right? This is a kind of different impatience for you, though, with your deck 2, is that you're going to get to something really great later on this year, is what Source is saying. You're going to get to something really great if you don't rush it. Like, things take time, is what the universe says. Good things, it's not always that good things are worth waiting for, like all the good things take time, but in your case, what you desire is going to take time to build in the way that you want it to unfold. That's what the universe is saying. If you want to rush, you might see some financial growth or up levels this month and this year, but the universe is saying if you do not take your time with it, if you get impatient, if you rush it, those up levels you see will either not be sustainable or they won't feel good to you. There will be something that is unaligned about them. So the universe is saying everything is happening in the divine timing for you, and to trust that. And this is your sign. This, what I'm saying right now, you watching this reading, this pile, these cards, listening to these words, this is me being the messenger. That's where it's saying, tell them that they are on the right track. What they want is coming, and it's going to be so delicious, so amazing, everything you've desired and more, but you have to be patient. Don't rush it. You can continue to move the needle forward, continue to make progress. It's not saying just sit back and do nothing. There's absolutely action required on your part, but it needs to be aligned action. It doesn't have to be overnight growth. Ooh, the universe is saying, stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself and beating yourself up when you try to make things happen overnight and they don't happen overnight. They don't happen overnight for a reason, is what the universe is saying. They don't happen overnight. It's not because it's not possible for things to happen overnight. It's because if they happened overnight, they would happen in a way that doesn't feel good to you, or it's not sustainable, or you would easily kind of freak out and self-sabotage. I always say this because I've worked with people on money mindset and growing their wealth for 5+ years now. And especially with entrepreneurs, what I've seen is we always think, and this was myself included in the past, we always think we want the huge increase in income overnight. And the truth is that when so many people see that, they freak out because they get excited for a little bit and then they go, oh my God, how do I do it again? Or, oh my God, now I have all this pressure on me to do it again. And people are watching. Or, oh my God, how do I got to pay all these things, or I want to buy all these things that I've been putting off buying because now I finally have the money, and then you kind of spend all this. This is why a lot of winners just go broke right after they win the lottery, right? Like, the universe is saying there's a lot of divine orchestration happening for you. And of course, you're the creator of your reality. So if you want to create some sort of overnight success, especially after you heal these wounds, there's the opportunity to do that. But the universe is really saying, if you are patient and you take satisfaction and joy in the journey, and you allow yourself to see slow and steady progress and to calibrate to more wealth over time, and you have that trust that the success you desire is coming and it's all working out for you, then things are going to work out better than you could have ever imagined and better than you could have ever planned. Like the universe is delivering something to you that's going to be amazing later on. I see later on this year, early next year potentially, but it's like it's all happening. You'll start to see more progress toward it. Things will continue to improve in your financial reality, in your career, in any area you want them to if you're healing these wounds and relationships. But you have to not rush it if you want the best possible outcome. Yes, you can have some short wins and short kind of superficial successes if you want, but if you spend your energy on that stuff, you're going to not be able to put that energy toward the bigger picture, the bigger reward, this amazing boon that the universe is going to be delivering to you in the near future, very soon, in the next 6 to 12 months is what I'm hearing. So that's pretty exciting, but it does require some finding that joy in the journey, that mindfulness, that peace of where you are now, and knowing that you will only be in this spot in this moment for right now, and that you are continually moving and shifting and getting closer to what you desire, and it is getting closer to you, and really trusting that it's happening, holding that faith, holding that vision, holding that state, right? And again, this is a lot of what we do in the Wealth Vibe membership, is create habits to help you hold that state. So if you want to come join us, link is in the description below to get on the wait list for it. So yeah, that's a lot of what I'm seeing at first in your cards. Really very strong and beautiful energy, but very kind of calm energy. There's some healing. There's just this slow and steady progress. It's very powerful energy. I guess since you've already laid the foundation for everything you desire, so I think there's kind of that impatience of like, well, I have the foundation in place. Let's go. Like maybe you've started the business. Maybe you've already landed the job you want that you can see getting you, higher and higher up the corporate ladder in the future. Maybe you already have started, studying or getting a certification or degree for what you desire to do. I get the sense you've already set the wheels in motion. So there's that tendency then to be like, I've done all the groundwork. Where is it? The universe is like, it's coming, it's building. You need to build toward it and meet it part way. Keep going, be patient, be steady. It's coming. Trust that it's coming. Have that faith, hold the vision, hold the energy of it. So really exciting. Let's get a couple more cards from this deck for you. Let's see, anything else from this deck for, I feel like there's a lot of guidance for you here. For deck 2 for January. These definitely want to come out. That one does. Well, that one definitely flipped over for you. And this one I'm getting sense. Gosh, and another. There's so many that are popping out for you. Okay, we have creative ingenuity. We have healing. We're just gonna, more healing for you. All right. More healing. Ooh, actually, there's a strong message coming through there. We'll keep those together. Determination. Mischief. Okay. So, deck 2. With these new cards down, I see that there is, like we said, more confirmation. There's just more healing to do. But there's not only some healing to do with the relationships in your life. There's also some healing to do around your creativity. I think there might have been for a long time now. Maybe you felt creatively blocked, especially if you're like an artist, a content creator, an entrepreneur, you have your own business, you're self-employed. There might have been some block. Even if you're employed elsewhere, there might have felt like a block of like you're not getting fulfillment or satisfaction in your work, in your job. You're not really lit up by it. It's not something you enjoy anymore or ever did. You're yearning for something more fulfillment, more creative inspiration, ingenuity, feeling more creative, having a creative outlet and being able to make money from it, something like that. Like there's some sort of block around creativity for you. That also gets to be healed this month. I do get the sense that that's naturally actually going to happen as you heal these relationships around money. That will start to happen. But there might need to be a little bit of just conscious attention. So just taking your attention to, okay, I get it. The sense is once you've healed any of the relationships or started working towards healing the toxic relationships or negative relationships you have around money with other people in your life this month, then it's time to start looking at healing any creative blocks if they aren't already naturally resolved by healing this energy here, right, with relationships. But there's some creative blocks that need to be addressed for you. But I get the sense they'll be pretty easy to address and that they'll kind of naturally heal as you heal those relationships or release those relationships for your life if you even need to. And then over here we have our determination and mischief cards. Again, determination, right, over here of just the slow, steady progress, really trusting in the invisible, moving forward, determined to get to where you want to go and to take the steps that need to be taken to get there. The steps that are in alignment, that feel good to you, that maybe are outside of your comfort zone, but really being determined to keep moving forward and to keep trusting and holding that trust in the universe, that trust in yourself, that trust in your trajectory and your momentum that you're building. So it's really exciting. The universe is saying there's the opportunity for you to get up to some mischief, right? And when I say get up to some mischief, this kind of means I see it two potential ways for you. Deck 2 in January is as you're doing this stuff and you're starting to kind of finally clear that energy and clear that creative block and get closer, start to see momentum. You're finally starting to see, you're like, okay, now I have a plan. I'm moving forward. I'm taking action. I'm being consistent, whatever it is. You're starting to make that slow and steady progress toward your desires and toward your financial desires. What's going to happen is you might start to, like I said, it can happen. I'm seeing it one of two ways is the guidance I'm getting. Either bite off more than you can chew in that impatience, right? And get impatient, and that's going to lead you into some mischief, some kind of situations where that feels sticky and tough, right? So the universe is really cautioning against that around the impatience. It's really don't let your mind get up to mischief. Don't let those internal stories or that impatience drive you into kind of some distractions, some situations that are going to hold you back from getting to where you want as quickly as you could if you're willing to move more slowly now, right? The other way is also potentially with the way you are managing your money is, again, if you get impatient, you might kind of want to jump ahead. So maybe you pay for some, if you're an entrepreneur, you pay for some expensive PR team or something like that, and it doesn't yield the results you want, right? The universe is really saying, take the time to make sure any actions or any energy is in line with this slow and steady progress, with this determination that you're fostering this month and that you're really using to move forward. Everything is lining up for you, Deck 2. Don't doubt it. Don't lead yourself astray by getting too impatient or jumping the gun on things and not taking the time to make decisions. The universe is really saying, do not make snap decisions around money this month, around your business, around your career. Don't make snap decisions. Take time, right? This doesn't mean that you can't make big changes or big decisions. It just means be really extra intentional with them this month. Be really extra intentional. Sit with them for a day or two or a week before you move on them, right? Whatever feels right to you, but be intentional with your decisions. Even if it's just sitting with something and a decision for a couple hours, right? Be intentional. Check in with yourself. Otherwise, you're going to kind of lead yourself to this kind of mischief, this kind of, it doesn't seem to me like a complete, there's no such thing as ever being completely financially ruined to the point you can't save anything, to the point you can't ever thrive in the future. There's nothing like that. But it's just this kind of especially for you right now, it's this sense of, it'll just be like a detour and a kind of thing that waylays you for a few months from getting to where you could be able to kind of prolong the journey you're on. By trying to move too quickly, you end up moving slower, right? So not like a total, if you find yourself in that situation later and you did kind of act brashly or rashly around money, universe is it's not unfixable. It's not irreparably broken. It's just going to take you a little bit more time to get on track. So the patience will pay off and get you where you want to go faster, even if it doesn't seem that way at first, right? All right, let's pull some more cards for you. We're going to pull from the Roux Oracle now for you. All right, the Roux Oracle here. What other guidance do we have for January for Deck 2? See if there's anything else coming through. You were saying don't worry about that mischief, though, too much. Just be patient. Just be patient, really, is what the universe is saying. That's your magic could just be patience, intention this month, right? And that's going to lead you a lot closer to what you desire. But don't get too freaked out about any of what I just said, is what the universe is saying. None of it's doom and gloom, let's be clear. That's the card right there. I know it is. And this one. Okay. Let's see what came up for you here, my loves, with Deck 2. We have sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. This might be part of why you're moving kind of slowly this month. Honestly, there's the need for some, you might have some health issues. I get the more sense of maybe you've been burnt out and that, or you have the potential to burn out this month. I get a sense maybe that it's just kind of this is probably why the slow and steady progress is going to feel good to you. You've been kind of burned out. So you are looking to get to where you want to go financially, but you're not looking to burn yourself out in the process, which is really smart. Because if we burn ourselves out in the process to getting to the wealth we desire, and I've seen this happen with myself, with other people so much in the past, is we end up burning ourselves out to the point where we can't enjoy the money, or it requires us to be constantly burned out to continue maintaining that money, because that's the way we've gone about making it. That's the way we've structured the money to come to us, is through burnout. So it's, I think you already are kind of aware that you don't want to burn out on the way to the money you desire. You're not willing to sacrifice your energy, your health, maybe your work-life balance. That's great. That's healthy. The universe is saying, allow yourself to really enjoy the beauty of life, the self-care, the rest, the replenishment. Take care of your body. Take care of your health, your mental health, your physical health. Take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. Go slower so that you can nourish and replenish and continually be fueled. Again, if you burn out, it'll take you longer to get to where you want to go than if you take time to relax and rest right now. We have Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, arteritis channel. Again, as you have those creative blocks that need to be healed, right? We have our creativity here and our creativity here. As you heal those creative blocks, you're going to start to truly, I get the sense you're going to actually start calling yourself what you want to be called. So if you are an artist or someone who wants to be an artist, but that's not what you make money doing right now, you're going to start to claim that title for yourself. And I can tell you this is something before I got into my current business, before I got into this business of money and spirituality, before I was an Oracle deck author, before I was a coach, before I was a mentor, before I did money mindset work with people, before I did any of that. So over 5 years ago, I did fiction writing, and that was what I wanted to do. Like my whole life was I wanted to be a writer. And one of the most valuable lessons I learned, and this led me, and was proof I used later for myself, and lessons I learned later as I started to dive more into manifestation and how we create our realities. But what you call yourself, what you identify as, has so much power. And this goes in both directions. So if you are someone who wants to be an artist, who you love drawing, you love painting or whatever, this is just an example, and you want to be an artist, but you're not calling yourself an artist because maybe you work in customer service and that's how you get paid. The universe is like, start calling yourself a freaking artist. But same goes for whatever you want to be. If you want to be a millionaire, start calling yourself a millionaire on a soul level. Be like, I am a millionaire. The reality just has to catch up. If you want to be the CEO of a company, start calling yourself a CEO, start calling yourself a boss, right? Even if it's like in a kind of nicknamey kind of way, like start calling yourself and seeing yourself as what you want to be, right? And especially as you heal these creative blocks, I think that you're going to get some clarity on what you really want to be, maybe how you want to be paid, but also just how you want to see yourself and how you want others to see you and the world to see you. Start claiming that for yourself. And this is what I had to learn as a writer. I was writing every day. And before I had I eventually got published in literary magazines. I eventually self-published books. And now I'm a published writer of an Oracle deck, and I have, like an upcoming book deal, right, with a traditional publisher. So it's like, I am a writer. But long before any of that came to fruition, I started calling myself a writer, because the truth was I was showing up every day and writing. I was a writer. I was honing my craft. I was learning about it. I was practicing. I was a writer, right? So call yourself what you want to be called. Call yourself what you want to be called, is what the universe is saying. And that's going to help you move in that direction. It's going to help you create that progress. But this is also probably, I think some of what you want to be called will, if you're not clear on it, will arise as you heal these creative blocks. I think also some of it is maybe there's those people in your life, like I said, who they're like, you can't be a writer, or, oh, good luck with that, or everyone has a podcast. You can't be a podcaster and be successful, blah, blah, blah. It's like, don't let anyone tell you what you are or what you're not, or how to see yourself. That's what the universe is saying. See yourself how you want to see yourself. Own that and know that the world will catch up as you start acting differently and making progress toward it. But you have to see it first. It starts with you. Start calling yourself and seeing yourself what you want to call and see yourself as, period, says the universe. A really powerful message. We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. So again, with your self-care, with your rest, there will be a lot of invitation this month for you to be grounded, to be connected. Possibly some time in nature will probably be really good for you. Even if I know those of us in the kind of northern hemisphere, it is a lot colder this time of year in January. It is winter, but maybe you travel somewhere where it's warmer and you can be outside, or even just, connecting with nature in short bursts outside, going for a 10-minute walk if you can, even if it's a little cold out, just bundle up, right? Like whatever feels right to you. Use your best internal guidance for that, but finding some ways to connect with nature and let that ground you. That might be part of your self-care. That's going to, again, I get the sense there's a lot of lessons in nature for you. Oh, Oh, is this what you need to hear, deck 2? Let me know. Do you need to hear that the lesson you can take from nature right now is that it's okay to rest? It's okay to go slow. It's okay to hibernate. Because right now the world's hibernating in the winter, and those are the parts of the world that winter is currently happening right now, right? Like, the world is resting. It's okay for you to have a season of rest too. It's actually imperative for you to have a season of rest. It's okay to go a little bit slower right now. It's okay to look inward and heal whatever needs to be healed. It's okay to reinvent your identity, hibernate and come out different, metamorphosize. It's okay to go slow. It's often better to go slow. That might be the guidance you need. Let me know in the comments. And then, of course, trust the seasons. What were we just talking about? Embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth, everything I just said. The universe is like, yes, spot on, 100%, some confirmation for us. This is a season of life that you are going to move through. This will not be this slow and steady progress. It doesn't have to be this way forever. The universe is saying also, the more patient you are, the more you embrace the slow and steady progress and you take joy in it, you take nourishment in it, you take replenishment in it, you accept it, you don't force it, you don't try to move yourself further along just to get there and to rush through it. If you just enjoy the journey, you slow down and know you're heading there and trust in that. Trust in the invisible, trust that you're moving there. As you do that, things will start to move faster and faster. I get the sense that you'll move through the season of slow growth within a few months and things will start to speed up and then it'll be exponential. So in some ways, the universe is saying, enjoy how slow things are now because it's going to start moving real fast, but you'll be ready for it if you're patient. You'll be ready for it if you're not burning yourself out, if you're taking time for self-care. You'll be ready for all of that and you'll be able to handle it and it won't feel like a rush or like it's overwhelming if you take the time now to ground, to embrace the cycle of life you're in. Be okay with where you are now and know it's perfect and that you're moving towards where you want to be, especially as you heal things, especially as you have that patience, especially as you start redefining your identity and how you see yourself and what you call yourself. So much is going to move faster and faster for you and you're going to be ready for it, but embrace where you are right now. That's kind of the key to getting to where you want. Kind of paradoxical, I know. But this is a truth I have seen play out in my life and in others' lives so many times, especially around money and especially around career. Things can change in an instant. Remember that, right? Just because things are slow now doesn't mean they always will be. And just because you're making slow and steady progress, it doesn't mean that things have to be slow and steady forever. Truthfully, when we make slow and steady progress towards things, especially towards money, what typically happens is we kind of see this like very slow increase and then all of a sudden, and it's because you laid this foundation, you've got to the point where you're ready to take off and things just whoosh, skyrocketed. All right, let's get our final cards for you from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. Let's see what else wants to come through for deck 2 for January. If there's any other, yep, there's the guidance. The key holder card, you hold all the answers within yourselves, my loves. You already have all the answers, I guess, since you already actually know what you need to do to get to your next level. You already know. Universe is like, you already know what the next steps are. You know what needs to be healed. You know what you need to start calling yourself. You know what you need to step into. You know what you need to avoid. You know when you're not going to start. You know you need to be patient. And also the universe is saying like what you want, your desires, what you want to be called, how you want to see yourself, how you want money to come to you, what kind of money you want, the way you want to feel as the money comes in. That's all valid. Trust that. That's all available to you. And you kind of know what you need to do next to make that slow and steady progress. So trust it. And if you don't know, if you're watching this and you're like, Taylor, I don't know, take a moment, pause the video, or right after this reading ends, stop and just take a moment to journal out. What is the right next step for me? And see what comes up. Just let yourself free write. Or talk it out. And don't judge anything. Just see what comes up and then see what truth is in there for you. All right. Any last bits of guidance for pile number 2, deck number 2 for January? This might be about it. These ones will have to come out for you for sure. Fortress of protection. Take those walls down. Those relationships around I feel like they've made you put some walls up, maybe in how you call yourself and what you see yourself, maybe around your creativity. You maybe blocked yourself off from your creativity because of what people around you say is possible for you, or what you think they think of you, or what they say about you. Take those walls down. Take the walls down with yourself. Let yourself truly own what you know to be true, and don't let anyone else's opinions mean anything about you. The universe is saying nobody's opinion of you or guidance in your situation matters except your own. Trust what you know to be true for yourself. Trust your inner guidance, okay? Lastly, Pathfinder. Of course, trust your inner guidance and trust what feels good to you. Trust what feels good to you. You get to navigate your own path. You're going to find your own unique path to where you want to go, is what the universe is saying. You are going to find your own unique path. It is not going to look like anyone else's path, because it's going to start out looking like it's going so slow, and then it's going to just take off like crazy down the road. This is in months to come, right? So find your own path. Because no one else has done what you want to do, the way you want to do it, and made the kind of money you want to make in the way you want to make it, because no one else has done exactly that, and because you are you and there's never another you, there's never been another you, there never will be, your path is going to be completely your own. And because no one else has gone before you on this path and you're trailblazing this path, the only way, there's no roadmap. There's no one who could say, here's the 5-step plan to get you there. This is the case for most of us, right? But for you especially, this is the guidance you need to hear right now. The universe is saying, this is a month of rediscovering who you are, healing the blocks, the relationships, the creative blocks, healing your own sense of identity and really stepping into what you want to be called and how you want to see yourself, and making slow and steady progress toward that, in that direction. To do all that, keep tuning into what feels good, because you already have the answers within you. How do you navigate? It's your internal guidance. It's your intuition, your gut feeling. Pay attention to those things. Those things are so important for you. The universe is saying these are the things that feel good to you because the universe has made them feel good to you so that you'll go in that direction. The things that feel good to you are not a mistake, Deck 2. They're not a mistake. They are divine guidance. That's how the universe is speaking to you, is the things that feel good are the next steps to take. And they might feel slow, they might feel small, but they're the next right steps. Take them. Listen to yourself. Trust yourself. Stop trusting other people's opinions of you that make you feel crappy. Trust yourself. And with that, I think that is the perfect note to end this off on. This is such a beautiful month of healing, a beautiful month for you of inner transformation, of truly stepping into, getting clear on and stepping into who you want to be moving forward, who you need to become to make the money you desire, to have the success you desire in your career. That's a lot of what we're doing also in February in the Wealth Vibe membership. We're creating alter egos to step into more easily daily that version of us that we know we need to become in order to have the success and wealth we desire. So if you want to come and join me in that challenge and that kind of guidance with that, and get to do that with me in the community in the Wealth Vibe membership, the link for that is in the description below. But this is your reading. It's such a powerful month. I'm really excited for you, Deck 2, but just don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Don't get in your head. Don't get impatient. Just keep moving forward and take time for yourself. Be okay with where you are, knowing that you won't be here for long and things are going to get a lot bigger, a lot more abundant soon, if you're willing to be where you are right now and trust yourself and listen to what feels good. I get the sense that a lot of what's going to feel good is going to be rest and replenishment for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, abundance meditations, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. And if you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck at 25% off for January only, the link for that is in the description below this video. Be sure to use code WEALTHY25 at checkout. And like I said, the link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description below as well. With all of that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in January, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. You picked the Rose Oracle deck and the Labradorite Crystal Point. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of January and what you can focus on to call more abundance to you this month and in the coming months as we enter into the new year. A quick reminder before we dive in, I do not currently offer private readings to the general public, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and offering readings. Those people are not me. I will never, ever, ever, ever message you and tell you that I have a message or reading for you and that you need to pay me to get it. The only place that I do offer personalized readings is inside of the Wealth Vibe membership, where my members have opportunities to get personalized card pulls from me on our bonus call each month, along with the opportunity to purchase full-length private readings from me. And of course, the membership also includes tons of other exclusive content, challenges, education, resources around money, mindset, spirituality, and manifestation. So if you're interested in joining the Wealthified membership or getting a copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck on sale, that's one of my deck that I authored that we'll be using later in this reading as well, but that is 25% off for this month only. The links for both of those, the Wealthy Woman Oracle and the Wealthified membership, are both in the description below. All right, that being said, let's dive into your reading and see what is in store for you financially in January and what you can focus on to call more prosperity into your life this month. So we're going to move your crystal point over here and let's start shuffling. Let's see what guidance does the universe have for... What guidance does the universe have for you, my loves? For deck 3, the guidance, it's coming through strong. My goodness. The universe really is speaking to us today. All right. The return, a new story. You decide alignment. It's coming together. Ooh. This is so exciting. This is truly exciting. There is some big stuff that's happening for you this month. I get the sense that you are finally starting to see kind of, I don't want to see like increase in your finances. That's definitely what we're seeing. But I don't want to say, I get the sense it's almost been happening for you for a while now, or you've known this is coming. So this isn't really a surprise to you. Like you've decided that this is happening. But you are, oh my gosh, it is all coming together for you. You are going to finally start to see the physical manifestation of the wealth that you desire, or this new level of it, or this new way of it coming in, or this new job, or whatever it is that you've been working on manifesting around money or career. It's coming in this month. Like it's starting to happen. You're going to start to see it. It's really coming together. That's so exciting. Ooh, the fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beings. Oh my gosh, every pile we've done has had the theme of patience in it. The universe is saying, here, I'm going to put this card down because it wants to come down and we'll go into it. The messages are coming through for you. The wasteland, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Oh my gosh. Okay. My loves, what you want is coming. The universe says what you want is coming. I think you've maybe been in a holding pattern of feeling like you know it's coming. Maybe you've started to see the money or the success you desire coming for a while now, but it feels like it hasn't happened fast enough. Maybe you kind of feel like a little burned out. Maybe you feel a little doubtful. The universe is saying it's all happening. It's all coming together. It's actually happening right now, but you might be kind of blinding yourself to it because you're getting so impatient with it. You are getting kind of off track. You're kind of self-sabotaging a little bit. So the universe is saying this is the time to actually lean back and let it happen, which is so exciting, right? Like lean back, let all of your work that you've been doing over the last years, but at least the last few months in the last year in 2023, let all that hard work pay off. Let it unwind, let it unravel, let it come to fruition, let it bloom, let it return to you, right? I get since you put out a lot energetically and a lot physically this last year or so in your life. Again, I get the sense it's multiple years for you. You've been putting out a lot. You've been putting a lot of effort into your career, into your business, into your finances. It's all starting to come back to you like tenfold. It's coming back to you better than what you put out. It's coming back to you, but you got to slow down and let it catch up with you. You get to, the universe is saying it's not that you have to, it's that you get to now relax. You get to kind of turn inward. You get to rest. You get to have secret beginnings, a new story, tender and right. Like there's so much beauty coming for you. Typically these are kind of darker cards that we see, but because this card came up first, I'm so excited about this for you because big things are happening for you this month with your money and your career. Big things are happening for you, deck 3. You have to allow it to happen though. And that's the best part. Like this is the best guidance you could get, truly. You don't have to do anything. Like let it happen. All you have to do is not get in the way. This, of course, this doesn't mean you stop going to work or you stop taking action on things, but it just means you don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to push anything. You just have to allow it in. Keep doing what you're doing, keep moving forward, but allow yourself some rest, allow yourself some reprieve, allow yourself to slow down a little bit so that you can really have this kind of ability to hold the money you desire and ability to enjoy it when it comes in, right? If you don't give yourself that space to enjoy it now, it's not going to be sustainable. You're not going to be able to hold it, right? I also get the sense that as you start to see your manifestations starting to come in, as you start to see more money or that job opportunity land in your lap, you are going to then start to see something else emerge, a new desire, and the next thing to manifest. This is the secret beginnings, right? Like it's the hedonistic treadmill principle, right? With humans is we get what we want and immediately want something more or something else. And that's happening for you. This is a natural cycle, a natural thing that happens. But the universe is saying rest and allow yourself rest between the manifestations. Allow yourself rest and allow yourself to receive, right? So really exciting. Like I said, this is the best guidance you kind of want to see is like, hey, look, you've done the hardest part. It's all coming to you. It's all working out. Just allow it in. Just lean back and let it come to you. Our last deck, our last pile was deck 2. And again, like I said, each of the decks had a theme of patience in them. The words patience literally showed up I think in all the readings or some form of it, right? But their energy of deck 2 was much more about or is it deck 1, right? Like we had to go out and make things happen, right? For deck 3, what we're seeing for you is you need to slow down, allow things to come to you. You've already done the work to make them happen. Allow them to come to you, right? Allow them to come to you. So really interesting, really cool, really exciting place to be in, but you got to allow it in, right? We have Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, teaching. These cards want to sit a little funny for me today. And then we have the Thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. And we have the Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. So here's what I see with these, my loves. The answer that you're looking for, I think there's this answer, right? That you keep looking, you're like, what do I need to do to make the money come to me? It's like the universe is like, nothing. Relax. Let it come to you. That's all. You don't have to go out and get it. Let it come to you. It's hidden in plain sight. The answer is like in plain sight. I get the sense you've been having this calling to relax, to slow down, to rest for quite some time now. You might even have people in your life who are like, you need to relax. You need to like give yourself some time. You've maybe been overdoing it. You've been burning the candle at both ends. Or you've maybe just had that internal nudge to slow down. Maybe you've had less inspiration lately because you're just like, pull it back a little bit. Pull the energy in. Relax, rest, replenish yourself. The answers are hidden in plain sight, right? Like there actually are no mysteries. There's no mysteries for you. The only mystery that exists right now is how the money or how the success you desire is going to come in. Allow yourself to be surprised by it. Allow yourself to not know because the universe is working on it. You've already put in the work. Let it unfold, right? So I just keep hearing that. Learning HG, this is going to be something that as you learn, as you go through this experience this month and have so much come to you, you're going to learn so much about the power of resting and the power of allowing things to unfold and how it isn't always putting your foot on the gas. I saw a really beautiful quote online yesterday that I loved. I don't know who said it, but there was a quote. It was just in a post. But it said, and I don't think the author is credited, but it said someone, like taking your foot off the gas is not putting your foot on the brake, right? It's different. Taking your foot off the gas is giving yourself time to refill the tank. And that's incredibly beautiful. And that's exactly kind of what I think the lesson you're going to learn this month is like there is power in slowing down. There's value in slowing down. There's power in resting and allowing things to come to you. I think you're someone who is used to, and let me know in the comments if this is you, you're someone who is used to going out and making things happen. There's a lot of power in that too, but that's a lot more of that masculine energy. You're being asked to shift into this feminine energy. This might be kind of a skill or an energy you're being asked to really learn and to master this month is to how do you balance that energy? How do you find more of that? And it doesn't matter whether you identify as male or female. We all hold each of these energies within us, right? The ability to take action, make things happen, that masculine energy, the ability to lean back, to wait, to allow things to come to you. That's more of that feminine energy. You have both in you. The universe is saying you've been in that masculine energy a lot. It's paying off. You have to allow it to pay off. If you keep doing it, you're going to muddy the art. You're going to muddy this masterpiece you've created that is trying to bloom, that's trying to come to you. You're going to muddy it. So stop, put the paintbrush down, take your foot off the gas, rest, relax, allow it to come to you. You're going to learn so much value in the ability to rest and relax. And I see you actually teaching this to others in your life, maybe even in your business or in your work. You're going to be able to lead by example, but also consciously teach people and intentionally teach people the lessons that you learned this month. There's going to be, and this is the interesting thing, right? When we rest and we relax, we often learn in the process, and our mind is able to, kind of subconsciously process a lot more when we stop trying to, solve all the problems or make the money happen. Our mind starts to kind of analyze all the things we have learned but haven't fully integrated over the last however long you've been in that masculine energy. And you're going to have a lot more clarity, a lot more wisdom, a lot more understanding. It's almost like you're kind of turning inward. You're going into this fertile void. You're going into this cocoon right now. And when you come out, there's going to be so much abundance that's been coming to you during that time. There's going to be so much transformation on your part, and there's going to be so much more wisdom that you now have to share. And this probably is going to lead to, like I said, that new beginning, that new desire of what you want to do next, what goal you have next, what career you want next, what you want to achieve next, right? So it's a really exciting time. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of expansion for you, even in the rest, even in the not trying to grow, the not trying to expand. We're always expanding, right? Very exciting. In order to take your rest this month and to allow things to come to you, you're going to need to have some boundaries with yourself, mostly is what I'm hearing, but also with others. People might not, when they say, oh, I told you to kind of relax, but I didn't think it would look like this. Or, maybe like, I also get the sense that maybe since you're not used to relaxing quite a bit. So you're not used to communicating what you need from others when you're resting, or that you need some space alone, or that you actually want to spend more time with people. Like, make sure you are communicating clearly. People are not mind readers is what I'm getting here. People aren't mind readers. People around you are very happy to support you is what I'm getting, but you need to communicate to them what you need in this period of rest as you shift gears more into this feminine energy. So just be, mindful of that you don't get frustrated or impatient with people, right? As you kind of move into this new season, that's going to throw people for a loop. Anytime we shift gears, right? Anytime we change how we're moving through the world and the energy we're playing with as we move through the world, that sometimes throws people for a loop, right? The people around us are used to us being one way, and then when we change that up, that freaks people out because it catches people off guard because most people don't change. I'm guessing if you're here and you're watching this video and you're on this deck, you are someone who is very good at changing, actually. You're very adaptable. But if you don't communicate to people kind of what your intention is and what season you're moving into as you're shifting gears, it can kind of throw people for a loop. So just know that people aren't mind readers. Communicate to the people around you what you're doing, and you're going to find a lot of support. And people will encourage you, right, to rest and stuff. If you're clear with, hey, look, I've been really busy. I've been hustling a lot. I'm actually going to kind of take a step back. I get the sense this could be with clients or with coworkers or things like that, and be like, hey, I'm no longer going to be putting in a bunch of overtime for the next few weeks or the next month. I'm going to just kind of rest. I worked really hard throughout the end of last year. I'm just going to kind of replenish, right? I'll still do my necessary duties. I'll still show up for these things that I need to show up for, but otherwise I'm not going to be putting in those extra hours that aren't necessary. I'm not going to be going over the top because I'm going to replenish so that I can keep showing up more powerfully down the road. And you're going to find a lot of support in doing that. And if not, that might be something that shifts, right? We also have the mystic Roux: compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. There's just so much. As I said, there's that learning and teaching here. There's a lot of wisdom you're kind of going to be finding this month around the energy of money, truly is what I'm seeing, like the energetics of money. You're going to learn a lot more about the flow of money, the energy of money. Like I said, it's going to come through you having shifted out of this masculine energy into this feminine energy. We're getting a little bit deeper here than sometimes we go. We're getting a little bit more into the esoterics of money, which I love talking about. But what I'm finding coming through for you here is you're going to start to kind of master money on a much more spiritual level, on a much more, you're going to understand the frequencies of it better. You're going to understand the flow of it energetically better. You're going to understand how to become a better energetic match for receiving money, not just making money. Those are two sides of the same coin, right? You're going to start to learn that other side of the equation. This is going to create so much more compassion in you for yourself, is what I get the sense of. This is a very self-focused month, which is a good thing. It's also going to create a lot more grace, a lot more, like I said, patience in yourself, a lot more humility, a lot more compassion also for others who are struggling to slow down or struggling to shift out of being slowed down and into the masculine energy of making money, right? So you're going to find just a lot of different perspectives coming up this month for you. There's a lot of inner transformation. Again, really learning the energetics and the spiritual aspects of money. It's all connected, right? I say this a lot because sometimes people watch these readings and they go, why do I care about the spiritual aspect of money? Why do I care about emotions with money? This should be about money. It's like, it's all interconnected, my loves. It's all interconnected. We are all part of the universe, which includes money and the energy behind money, and includes you and the energy you carry and that you're calibrating to and that you're emitting and attracting at. Like, it's all connected. Money is just an observable thing external to us, but it's attached. It has a frequency behind it. Everything has a frequency behind it, right? So like, you're going to really get to know that frequency very intimately this month. It's going to allow you to master money quite a bit as we see the money coming in, and be able to master and grow it even further as you move forward throughout the rest of this year and into the coming years. So it's very exciting. This is kind of the start of, like we said, a new chapter for you, financial abundance. It's starting off strong this month at the beginning of this year, which is so exciting to see. I do want to make the note, if you want to dive deeper into the frequency and energy of money, if that's something that calls you, I do have my Absolute Abundance program that's coming up. It's in pre-sale right now for half off. I will put that in a card above if I can, or else in the description below, it'll definitely be there. But that's talking all about the evolving energy and frequency of money. It's transmissions and card pull videos like this that are exclusive. So if you want to go check that out, I'd love to get to share that with you. It's for a very limited amount of people. But like I said, it's half off for a short amount of time. It's so powerful. We're talking about the 4 frequencies that come together to create the energy of absolute abundance that's evolving as money and the energy behind it kind of shifts in the coming months and years as we move ahead into this kind of new era that humanity's heading into astrologically, human design-wise, and just in general in our ever-shifting economy. So I'm really excited about that. It's a really beautiful offering if you want to go check that out. If not, that's totally fine. You're going to naturally be learning this your own way then. This coming month is going to be really learning the flow, the energy, the frequency of money, and how you get to play with that and ways for you to master that. So exciting. Deck 3. All right, let's pull some more cards. We're going to pull now from our Woodland Wardens deck. Okay, any other guidance for Deck 3? For January around money, career, finances. I think there's anything for you. I feel like I just threw a lot at you. Don't be overwhelmed. This one. You definitely have a lot coming for you this month. A lot of it's all good, right? Just rest. That's the thing. Rest, allow it to come to you. Take your foot off the gas a little bit and allow yourself to kind of slow down and calibrate to all the goodness that's coming in. My goodness. Which of these truly want to come out? Because I don't think these are all for you. I think there's just several in here that are for you. These ones for sure. Nope. This one, yes. Those are the cards. All right, here we go. But yeah, really this month for you, Deck 3, don't get overwhelmed. It's all about things are coming. It's happening. It's on its way. What you desire is coming. Rest, let it in. Let it come to you. Stop trying to force. You've already done the work. Don't muddy it. Allow it to come in and just see what comes up as you rest. Have clear communication and boundaries with people. Communicate to people what you need from them as you're resting, how people around you can support you to rest, how you can still show up for them, but do it in a way that honors your energy and allows you to continue resting and not burning out this month, right? Yeah, you're going to have just such a beautiful inner transformation and outer transformation as more of the wealth and success you desire starts pouring in. All right, we've got the Bear and Cedar, leadership. Again, how are we leading with our communication, right? I can talk more about this in a minute. The Butterfly and Snowdrop, hope. The Skunk and Magnolia, protection. We're going to put that over here with our protection and boundaries, right? And then we have the Crow and Dogwood, intelligence. This is with our learning and teaching. Look how beautifully this lines up. All right, Deck 3. So here what I see is, again, there's going to need to be that leadership on your part. No one's going to relax for you, okay? I know that sounds ridiculous. No one's going to relax for you. You have to take the initiative. This is the last little piece of masculine energy you need to have in order to allow the money to come in. This is great advice that's coming through from the universe. If your ego or your internal dialogue is saying, I can't rest, the money's not here yet, the success isn't here, it's not fully here yet, I can't rest until it's fully here, the universe is saying, the work you need to do, if you feel like you need to still put in work, is the work to be able to relax and to be able to communicate to others what you need and to maybe delegate things that might be part of what you need to relax. Delegate things to team members, to other people at work, even to family members. If you've been pulling a lot of the weight at home and you need a little bit of support, it's not telling people, it's just asking for the support. That's leadership. Oftentimes we think leadership is telling people what to do. It's often asking for support when we need it. We are leading ourselves and we're leading others to support us. So the universe is saying, make sure you're leading others to support you and make sure you're leading yourself to rest, right? That is the last little bit of masculine energy you need at the beginning of this month to then get more into that feminine energy of receiving. Allow yourself to hope. The universe is saying, allow yourself to hope, allow yourself to be optimistic. I get the sense that you've maybe been kind of, let me know if this resonates in the comments. I get the sense that Deck 3, been telling yourself not to get your hopes up for a while, to kind of lessen the sting if things don't work out or this big manifestation that's coming in. If it doesn't come in, you're like, well, don't get your hopes up. Allow yourself to hope. This doesn't mean go spend money you don't have before it shows up. This doesn't mean be irresponsible things. It doesn't mean quit your job before the lotto winnings have come in, right? Like, it just means allow yourself to think, wow, maybe it all can happen for me. Maybe it all will happen for me. Oh my gosh, I think it's all happening for me. I think it's all going to come in. Like, let yourself go there. Because let me tell you a secret, tactic 3, that I've learned over the years is we often try to protect ourselves from being hurt from unmet expectations, right? We try to protect ourselves from being disappointed by saying, oh, well, the other shoe's going to drop, or, it's too good to be true. It's like, let it be too good. Let it be so good and let it be true at the same time. If you tell yourself not to get excited, then you feel crummier in the moment. And if it doesn't show up, you still feel crummy. You still feel disappointed. So you've now robbed yourself of feeling good in the moment and having a few moments of disappointment when it actually doesn't show up, right? But the truth is it's coming. So let yourself hope for it. Let yourself believe it might be coming for you. If you can't fully believe it's coming, let yourself believe that it might be fully coming, that this reading is true, that you might actually get everything you want. It might start to pop into your life this month. What would that feel like? Just take a moment right now with me. Take a moment to take a deep breath. And just think for a moment, just tune in and just close your eyes for a moment. Think, what would it feel like if I actually believed that everything I desired was coming to me and it was going to start coming this month and I'd start to see it coming in this month? What if everything I've been working toward finally comes to fruition and it finally all is happening for me this month? What if? Like, let yourself go there for a little bit. Let yourself daydream. Let yourself live there. Let yourself get excited. Let yourself be hopeful. So the universe is saying, let yourself live there. As you're resting, rest in that hopeful state. Rest in that optimistic state. The worst that can happen is if it doesn't, which the universe says it's going to, but if it doesn't, then you might get a little disappointed that month. Be like, oh, it didn't come in. Well, maybe next month. And then you keep moving toward it, right? You keep showing up. It's in our attempt to protect ourselves from disappointment that we actually self-sabotage and limit ourselves and hold ourselves back because we're not an energetic match. And we're also not moving with the conviction and intention and belief of things being able to work out for us how we desire. And that bleeds through into everything you do, the way you speak, the way you interview on jobs, the way you do your work, the way you work with clients, whatever it is. It's like the energy you hold bleeds into everything you do. 100%. Like I said, it's all connected. So it's often in trying to protect ourselves that we keep ourselves from what we want and we hurt ourselves more. We have to be willing to live very openly. We have to be willing to live with our heart, like right here, open, like a flower. And that means that, yeah, sometimes we might get disappointed. Sometimes we might be let down by circumstances or things not panning out. Sometimes we might get a little hurt or feel bruised. But our ability to be optimistic and hopeful and our willingness to believe that things can happen for us is what will move us toward what we desire ultimately. You're still going to get bumped and bruised along the way. Either way, you might as well do it with an open, hopeful heart. That's what the universe is saying. I think that's really beautiful. We also have the crow and dogwood intelligence. First, let's talk about actually the skunk and magnolia. This is our protection card. Again, confirmation, right? Of like, there's that protection of like, you need to protect yourself. But also there are people and forces around you protecting you. And this came through in deck 2 as well. But there is a lot of, you are so divinely protected. I think the universe is even saying, yeah, this is the message that's coming through for you, is the universe is saying you are protected. It's okay to be in that void state. It's okay to kind of be in this inner hibernation for a little bit. It's okay to be patient. It's okay to slow down. It's safe. This is what the universe says. It's safe to slow down a little bit, just to relax, just to rest. It's safe to slow down. Okay. You are protected. You can protect yourself with clear boundaries and clear communication. But you are protected divinely. It's safe. You've created a safety net. And if you haven't, you can do it pretty easily with some clear boundaries. But you've created safety with people, with relationships. You've created a safe environment for yourself to rest and relax, even if it's not exactly where you want to be yet. And you've also created safety. You're more safe financially than you probably even know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some unexpected money that you forgot you had, or investments in there somewhere, or something, inheritances, or something that's available to you that you forgot about, that you're like, oh yeah, I am actually really supported. I actually have a really big safety net and I can rest. It's safe to rest. It's not only necessary, it's safe for you to rest, right? To just rest a bit. Like I said, it doesn't mean you stop going to work or stop taking action altogether. You just take your foot off the gas a little bit. It's okay. It's safe to do that. It's necessary to do that sometimes. And then, like I said, we have the crow and dogwood with intelligence. So again, you're going to be learning so much through your rest. There are a lot of lessons that will naturally arise within you, a lot of wisdom and inner knowing. It's going to naturally rise within you. Your intelligence, you'll see yourself as a much more intelligent person after this restful period. You're going to learn a lot of lessons throughout it. There's a lot of wisdom being offered to you and available for you to grasp, which honestly, again, will probably lead to some new ideas and new either business ventures or ways to make money in the future or new desires, new goals, like new ambitions. Like it's all kind of gonna grow from the lessons that you learn in this period of rest and inner kind of nourishment and reflection. So it's really exciting. And of course, as all along, the manifestations are going to start popping into your reality, into your life. So exciting. Let's get your final cards. We're going to pull from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck now. All right, last guidance for deck number 3. And what do you need to hear? Just rest. The universe is just saying, like, stop. Don't even listen to everything else I said if it's overwhelming you. Just rest. Just rest for the month of January and see what happens. Not that one. See what happens, my love. We might be about done with the guidance here. I think there's at least one more card that wants to come through from this deck, but we won't force it. If we need to just rest, we'll rest, right? Give it one more good shuffle, see if anything pops for you. Yep, there we go. Anything else? Nope, for deck 3. It's this card right here. Okay. We have here the Catalyst. And we have our Prosperous Overflow card. I'm not surprised. All right. The Catalyst card is all about new gifts awakening within you, right? Of course, we pulled it over here. This, again, has been all that intelligence, all this wisdom, all these new desires awakening within you. You have new gifts emerging from this time, from this rest, this kind of cocoon. Oh, I didn't even know we have a butterfly. This cocoon period, this optimistic, restful period for you is going to result in new gifts awakening for you. So again, new desires, but also you're going to start to have new lessons, wisdom, tools that will develop within you naturally and start to awaken and activate within you. Some of them might be spiritual gifts. They might just be new interests that you find you're actually naturally very talented at. You're going to have new gifts or skills awakening that are going to help you reach more abundance in the future and go on this new journey now that you're starting to finally realize what you've been wanting to manifest for so long, and it's starting to actually come into your reality this month. Again, we have our Prosperous Overflow card here. So just that final confirmation of our card here of it's all blooming, it's all happening for you, it's all coming in, it's all coming to you, right? Like there is so much coming to you, an overflow. There's more than enough coming in. It's all starting this month. I get a sense it might all come in this month. It might also all start coming in this month, and then you'll start to see more and more overflow in the future. But there's so much abundance coming for you if you rest. That's the key. If you don't rest and relax, you're going to muddy it. You're going to kind of self-sabotage it. You're going to limit it. I get the sense it'll still come in. You'll still see some success. You'll still see some financial increase if that's what you've been manifesting, but it's going to be less than half of what it could have been, like about half or less of what it could have been. And it won't feel as effortless. So it's so important. You're just like, just relax, just rest. Just rest, create space for yourself to rest. I feel like there's one more card for you. Because more than enough is coming in. Deck 3, more than enough is coming in. You got to trust it. Let yourself rest. It's safe to rest. You've done the work. You've done the work, Deck 3. You've done the work. Now it's time to reap the rewards. There we go. And of course, we pull our Financial Flow card. It's all flowing. Like you've unleashed the floodgates. The work you have done is paying off big time, all right? The work you've done is paying off big time this month. It's all flooding in. Just our final confirmation. Like it's all flooding in. Your financial flow is increasing into a prosperous overflow. Flow and flow, right? So much flow. You need to flow with it. Allow it to flow to you. Allow yourself to flow with it. Really embrace the natural flow of things. That surrender, that feminine energy, right? Like so much flow right now that we see these last cards. It's tying it all together for me. Be like the river, be like the water, flow through each moment and just be Don't try to get anywhere. You're naturally going to get there. It's already happening. You've already set so much momentum and motion with your work, with your masculine energy the last several months or years. Just allow yourself to flow now and allow it to flow to you. Like, you're getting everything you desire, deck 3. It's so exciting, so beautiful. It's going to happen in a really beautiful way too, like exactly how you want or better, but like you gotta let it flow. The only way you can stop it is by not flowing with it and not allowing it to flow to you, by not resting, by not relaxing, by not taking a step back, allowing yourself to receive. That's all you have to do. If you don't do that, that's the only way you can block it. That's the only way it cannot come in, is if you're not fully allowing yourself to receive. So that's your message for you. But really exciting things for you for January. I knew as soon as we pulled, as soon as I was shuffling, I think I said, like, this is going to be a big month for you. It's going to be a big month for you. It just might, the only way it might feel challenging is if you can't sink into that relaxation, right? The big challenge for you might be around, how do I relax when I've been in hustle mode for so long? When I've been in fight or flight mode, survival mode, when I've been pushing, when I've been hustling, when I've been making things happen, how do I relax? It's hard to shift those gears when you're in the habit, when your body is wired to go, 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 when your mind is wired to go, go, go. It's like, how do you mentally and physically rest and relax and allow yourself to receive and just be and see all that that has to offer to you? How do you allow yourself to flow, right? Good journaling prompt for you might be, how can I allow myself to flow with life and with money a little bit more this next month? And just see what comes up. So that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future card readings and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. If you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck here, the link for that is in the description below this video. Remember that it is 25% off for January only with the code WEALTHY25 at checkout. And if you want to get the opportunity to get personalized card pulls from me, get access to an exclusive community filled with spiritual tools for manifesting money and high vibe like-minded people, definitely come join me inside of the Wealth by membership. The link for that is also in the description below. I think the waitlist right now is currently open. We open enrollment at the end of each month. And like I mentioned, for you specifically, if you want the info on my Absolute Abundance program, which is all about those energies and frequencies around money and mastering them and playing with them to create wealth in your life, that will be in the link in the description. Will be there for you as well. But with that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance. Not that you need it. It's already coming to you, deck 3. In January, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.